Did you know that using a 2-ton AC for a year will consume nearly a 4-ton truckload of coal for electricity? Coal that comes from places like my hometown, Ramagundam, in northern Telangana. A place where trucks full of coal are always shuttling between the mines and the power plant. During our childhood, my brother and I saw those trucks only as a way to hitchhike a free ride home. But these days, I look at a truck like that and say to myself, there goes another year's supply of air conditioning to someone's house. In the 80s and the 90s, Ramagundam was also one of the very few places in India where peak summer temperature used to touch 47 to 48 degrees centigrade. Today, we see many places having peak summer temperature above 45 degrees centigrade. And this trend is going to continue. The number of people at risk of exposure to extreme heat will swell from 200 million today to 1.6 billion by 2050. A majority of them will be in India. So where do you think majority of the demand for cooling is going to come from? Of course, from places like India. But today, access to cooling is a luxury. And when billions need it, it'll be a necessity. And when it's a necessity, the scale at which cooling would be needed will be multiple times today's capacity. With such jump in the requirement for cooling, we need to ensure that it is sustainable. Remember, we already burnt a hole in the atmosphere once trying to cool ourselves using air conditioning, and then warmed up the earth trying to rectify that. Apart from being sustainable, we also need our cooling systems to use a lot less energy to make them affordable. Otherwise, India will use more energy for cooling than any other country in the world in the next few decades. To arrive at new ways of cooling, we need to question some basic assumptions we have about cooling. We assume that we always need cold air for cooling instead of addressing the source of heat. How many of you have walked into your homes on a summer evening only to feel that you have walked into an oven? When inside our homes, we are not exposed directly to the sun, but the heat from the sun bakes our homes during the day, and therefore they remain hot even in the night. In the winters, the heat is flushed out to the lower temperatures in the night and we feel comfortable indoors. What if we could flush out the heat in summers too? Would we feel comfortable indoors without air conditioning? To answer these questions, we need to travel back a few hundred years when there was no air conditioning or even electricity. People understood that the heat from the sun comes inside through the building structure. While most built thick walls to slow down the heat from coming inside, some actually built channels in the building structure for the water to flow through. This takes away the heat from the building and makes it cool. This is where our work as Urja Energy comes in. We've been implementing this ancient method to keep buildings cool in hot summers. The technology in its modern form involves embedding a network of pipes in the building structure during its construction. Water at ambient temperature is then circulated in these pipes to remove the heat from the building structure. Hence, we call it structure cooling. This does not allow accumulation of the heat in the buildings and keeps it cool. We can be comfortable in such buildings with just the use of fan and natural ventilation. The system is also easy to implement and uses only 1/10 the energy that an air conditioner uses. With such low energy requirement, solar energy can drive the system completely, taking us closer to zero energy buildings. While we adopt sustainable and low energy cooling, many times we miss its connection to our health. It is important to understand this because we spend more than 90% of our time indoors, and we cannot perceive the difference in the quality of the air the way we can perceive the temperature of the air. When we breathe air, we add carbon dioxide, moisture, biocontaminants to the air. Using an air conditioner that recycles the air increases the concentration of these pollutants, especially in closed spaces. Systems such as structure cooling that do not depend on air for cooling will allow us to have more fresh air, keeping our indoors healthy. We have to view air conditioning and structure cooling similar to travel by car versus metro. Just as a metro provides affordable and comfortable mass transportation, structure cooling can provide affordable, healthy, and sustainable cooling at a mass scale which is required in the coming decades. A simple technology like this can be implemented at any scale because it does not require any expertise in refrigeration technology, nor does it use any complicated equipment. Moreover, the system can be completely run using treated wastewater in our buildings. Cities can use large water bodies or even ocean water to flush out the heat from the buildings without any water being consumed. Using this technology at scale can significantly reduce our requirement for air conditioning and electricity. Remember those coal trucks from my hometown? Nearly 30 million such truckloads of coal can be avoided if we reduce our consumption for cooling just by 10% today. So see if you can help by reducing consumption of at least one such truckload of coal this year.